Yes. Wait for me.
We're gonna get sued.
Yep.
We're on.
Okay. Are we on? Yes, we are.
Adjust.
Yeah. Gion's computer's a bit broken, so we have to adjust the angle a bit. Hey guys.
Looks good.
Yep. Yeah. Hey guys. We are
Jiyoung Sung.
and Jinwoo, and it's our second stream.
episode.
Yep. The first episode didn't go too well, did it?
Yeah,
Jiyoung?
let's do some reflecting. What went wrong? What do you think?
You. Generally.
Okay, yeah, first off. Yeah, I mean I've never done this before. So I guess
Yeah. I've done lots of presentations in class, as well as some like public speaking and stuff. This is completely different. Like, I'm talking to a monitor, so I think it's much harder.
yeah,
think?
when you have a real audience,
Yeah.
it's like you can see their reactions and stuff.
Yep. But we have to see into the camera right there.
Yeah, and I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to them. So it's
Like, we have to look at the camera while talking to each other.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to basically, it's our mistake. But
yeah, so I think last time I was focusing too much on like talking to the camera or
Yep.
like rather than like an actual conversation.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
I think he was a bit like too dependent, I guess, on the audience compared to us, like the
Yeah.
people who were in
We
it.
should have. And those chats, those are not good for us.
Yeah.
They-
Jay was in it as well, Jeju, as our special guest, and
Wait, where's our special guest today?
he's apparently doing his P's, but he's sleeping basically.
So today's special guest is no one.
Yep, a can of
Yeah.
empty milk.
We're a low budget.
Yep, low budget channel.
Yep.
You can see that. So, what was the topic for today, Jiyoung?
Today's topic was evolution.
Evolution.
I just randomly pulled that out of my ass last time.
Yep, you did.
But yeah,
And evolution. So, what do you think about? What's the word what does it mean literally?
yeah, it can mean a lot of things, but originally,
Yep.
it'd be you think of it in the context of Charles Darwin's evolution
Yep.
theory of evolution.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
Actually, do you know where Charles Darwin actually said about evolution? Where, as in like a place, geographical place. He did it actually in Oxford. Have you been to the Oxford Natural History Museum?
Yeah, I have actually.
Yeah, he announced it there.
Oh, really?
basically, Yeah, origin of species. So, yeah, evolution. So we thought it would be a good topic to start with
Yeah.
today
I mean, because
yeah,
it can mean a lot of things, right?
Yep.
Evolution.
it could also mean the evolution of a video and our stream and our, I guess, talents in streaming or maybe broadcasting. Talents. Yeah, not so much, but
Yeah.
I guess. So evolution. We were thinking about what you guys think about evolution. I don't know if anyone of you are watching right now. You could watch it afterwards, as in like a video.
It's gonna get so many views.
Yeah, obviously like 5.
Yeah.
We have 4 subscribers actually. I'm very proud of that. Yep, and one of them's right there. And yeah, there's other people like outside this room
Mhm.
who has subscribed to our channel. Even I didn't subscribe it, so yeah, that's pretty good, I think.
Yeah. So, how do you think the channel might evolve in the future?
Channel. I first thought that this would be a small project, as in
Right.
like a very small one, and
Right.
I still think it will be. But
It is.
yeah, it is
Yeah.
as well. But I thought we could do something more fun, more like different kinds of fun, entertainment as well.
All kinds of fun. Yeah.
Because like first of all, we were going to start with like only with talking about TOK and stuff,
Mhm.
but I think that might be boring to some people.
Right.
Yep. So we might try to do some other things as well.
Yeah. Step out of our comfort zone. I
Yep.
guess.
And what's your comfort zone? As in,
My comfort zone. I'd say my comfort zone is very, very small.
really?
Like, yeah, I'm not. Well, depends. Like, I'm fine with climbing up poles and stuff. So you could say like it's not very evenly like developed. My comfort zone.
So it's like oval shaped, basically.
yeah. In some areas,
Is it like a pyramid or an oval or like a triangle, rectangle?
it's like a spiky shape. Like
spiky shape,
in
like a star.
Yeah, like a
basically.
star. Yeah.
Like a star.
Like in the dimension of climbing,
Mhm.
my comfort zone is fairly, fairly expansive.
Yep.
But like say this kind of thing, to be honest, I'm not like like we don't even have people watching, and I'm still like a little bit nervous.
Yep.
So yeah, I'd say that's and doing other fun stuff like you mentioned, like that'd be harder to be honest.
Yep.
Like like yeah, doing things for an audience.
Doing things for an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very hard. Apparently for Juyong.
Yeah,
Actually,
what are your strengths and weaknesses?
my
would you
weaknesses.
say? Like what do you not feel comfortable doing?
I'm not very comfortable with basically going up somewhere high. I'm afraid of heights, basically.
Oh, so like the opposite of me basically.
Yeah, I'm opposite of him.
And you're more
Yeah,
comfortable speaking
yeah, I'm
with the
comfortable
audience.
speaking with the audience. I love presentations. I prefer them over writing. I'm not very good at writing, basically.
But do you feel comfortable writing?
I don't feel comfortable. I feel like kind of nervous when writing, and I feel like
Right.
I don't know what the feeling is. It's very hard to explain, but basically my mind goes blank most of the time. So I'm more comfortable talking, comfortable gaming, I guess. Jiyong's not very comfortable gaming.
We're actually really different.
Yeah, we are.
Like
How are we friends?
that might be why we're friends.
Yeah, that might be true actually.
Because like I don't think I'm a good writer,
Mhm.
but when I'm writing, I feel more comfortable than when I'm talking. Because it's like I feel like no one's judging me when I'm writing. I can like edit myself.
I guess for me, speaking is much easier than writing because I'm not very good at grammar and technical stuff. I don't know very fancy words, I guess. But I can use my expressions, like facial expressions as well, but with my hands and body language. And I think that's kind of easier, I guess, for me. And also it's very, I guess, I don't know how to say it, but when writing, I can't really think of anything.
Right.
I can say it, but I can't write it down.
Because when you're talking, like as you talk,
Yep.
like it feels more natural. Like so when you're talking,
Yep.
as you're talking, you think of new things to
Yep.
say.
Yep, that's true.
But when you're writing, like you just write it and it's
Yeah,
like,
it could be a lack of practice, but yeah, I'm not sure.
no, I think it's mostly practice. Like
Maybe. I don't really like writing, so I don't write in my free time.
like I imagine if I practice a lot,
Mhm.
like go to Toastmasters and stuff,
Mhm.
I could become a really good speaker.
Really?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Yeah, he's not very comfortable doing some stuff that I am comfortable with. So
Yeah.
he's not very comfortable with his ease. Either.
Mr. Gray, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Yep, but he handed us like a half of a draft.
That
Was it a half of a draft or a quarter of a draft?
I don't feel very comfortable talking about this.
Oh, you don't? Oh, you have to step out of the comfort zone, man.
Okay, no, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good to be honest with myself and like actually.
Yep.
Because I don't want to talk about it. I mean, like I don't want to think about it.
Yep.
I just want to ignore the issue.
You have to talk about it though. You have to do EEs. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's not like homework. You don't have to do
I'd say some people would say that homework is not something you can skip either.
But you could skip homework and like.
Yeah, but on the spectrum of things you can skip and things you cannot skip, EE is further on.
On not things you can't skip, basically.
Homework, some people say you can skip it, some people say you
skips
can't.
it all the time, so can't really say much. I don't skip that much, do I?
So advice for your 10s and 11s.
You can skip your homework.
Yeah.
Don't tell your
get away with it.
Yeah, don't tell your teachers.
Just
but
study.
You can skip homework.
Just study hard 2 weeks before the test. That's. We didn't even do that.
Technically, do you know?
2 weeks before the test.
Do you know?
Did you study hard?
No, 2 weeks before the IGCSE exams, actually Overwatch came out, so I had to play Overwatch.
I think I played as well.
Yeah. It was the beta season, I think. We played beta together.
See, we've gotten more A stars if it weren't for Overwatch.
Yeah. The day before the physics exam, I think, was the day like when it actually came out or something. I'm not sure exactly, but instead of doing physics, I played Overwatch. I can still remember that with Jay, you, and some other people.
But it's gonna be different this year or next year, rather.
I hope. No good games coming out. That's
the only reason we're gonna do well in IB.
Yeah. If no games come out, if there's nothing on TV.
Like imagine the next Skyrim. What's up to Skyrim?
I don't know its name.
It's like
something.
Hammerfell or something.
Is it Hammerfell? Elder Scrolls 6, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that comes out
Oh shit!
like a couple of weeks before.
I'm not going. Actually, if that comes out like a week before
like
my IB, I'm gonna
say-
retake my IBs. Basically, I'm gonna go for another year, like Freddie does, and I'm gonna retake my IB exam. I can't get a good mark with like Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
That's just end of it.
Yeah.
I haven't even completed Elder Scrolls 5, and I'm
Skyrim.
yeah.
Yeah.
Skyrim's massive, actually.
Good game.
Making.
Yeah. But shut up.
Why is it reconnecting?
Oh. Oops.
Geong's computer's not great, as you can see. The camera's like 240p, so we're blurry.
It's not that bad.
But actually, if it's blurry, it'll be better for your eyes, I think.
Yeah, maybe on this side. Like.
You won't get
So
eye
we can
cancer.
have 720p on this side and 480p on this side.
Yeah, you won't get eye cancer from watching these. I hope.
I wonder. Do you know how much they actually read the cast stuff? Do you think they'll watch this video?
Probably once.
Maybe the first one.
Yeah, maybe the first one's not the great. It's the worst one, man. Seriously, watch the others.
Maybe not include that one.
Yeah.
Put this in as the first video.
Yeah, we'll actually change it to episode 2 minus 1 or something.
Yeah.
Yep, so it equals to 1. Oh, you got that joke? No. Sorry. Sorry, man. So, last week I was streaming off my computer, and you can see the evolution of camera, basically. This camera is pretty much made of potato.
Devolution, what you call that? What?
Yeah, devolution.
Devolution.
Devolution of computer.
Yeah.
You can't really devolve stuff, can you?
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Devolve. That's a word.
Yeah, I know it's a word, but it's very hard to devolve something like intentionally.
Yeah. Well, if you keep like mice and breed them in like a dark laboratory, eventually like they'll get more unhealthy, I guess.
I guess that's
like, you know how fish lose their eyes.
Yep, that's kind of true, I guess.
Like, imagine, like, see, if you're as a human being, you're in a bad environment, like say, like you're in a school environment where you're not really learning anything, and you're not like you don't have to work hard, then basically you might devolve. Like, since you don't have to work hard, you'll get used to not working, and then you'll lose your ability.
Yeah, I think I've devolved by English skills, English speaking in the school.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm much better, like, fluent in Korean, though, nowadays.
Oh, you've improved?
Yeah, I've improved a lot. Like, basically, I couldn't really say stuff in Korean. And I prefer saying stuff in Korean nowadays. Like, because...
Is that good or bad?
I don't know, but... Because my roommate is J22, I have to speak English most of the time. He does Korean B, so he's not a fluent Korean speaker. You know that, right? He's not very fluent in Korean. Don't speak to him in Korean, please. You have to speak to him in English or body language. If possible.
Body language.
Yep, he's getting a 6 in Korean B, and he's Korean. Oh, that hurts. Ouch. You don't even do Korean, but you're better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, my Korean might be devolving a bit too.
Oh yeah, you're not doing Korean as a subject, are you?
No.
You do Mandarin, right?
Mandarin.
Yeah, Mandarin. I don't know about Mandarin very well. I used to study it in England. It was very easy.
You did?
Yeah, I did. It was very easy actually. They don't really do stuff. You get a book, okay. In the actual exam, you get a dictionary.
How many freaking languages did you study? It's like
I did Latin,
Russian.
Yeah, Latin, Russian,
Chinese,
French, Chinese, English.
Oh.
But we didn't do literature, so that was okay.
Yeah.
We only did English language. But we had basically, if I still stayed there, I would have dropped my Russian because you can drop one of the languages. But Latin was probably my favorite though. Like I didn't really like French nor Russian, but I liked Latin.
Yeah, I want to study Latin because are you good enough that you can like read classic texts and
Classic texts?
Yeah.
I can read classic texts by just knowing the title of it. Basically,
like
in every exam.
Seneca?
No, I don't
Seneca?
know. I don't know the actual name. So basically, in a Latin exam, they give a text, right?
Oh, right.
You have to either translate it from Latin to English or English to Latin.
Why would you choose English to Latin?
No, basically there are 2 types of questions. You have to do it.
Oh, you have to do both.
Yeah, you have to do both.
Right.
But basically, the first one is Latin to English. It's much easier. The text is pretty much quite long. It's like maybe 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
and they give you a title
Mhm.
at the top in Latin as well as in English, so you kind of know what it's about because most of them, like 99% of the time, it's going to be from like myths.
Right.
So if you know the myth, it's actually easier to
Yeah.
like translate it.
Mhm.
And the words used in those texts are not very hard. Like it's all about fighting, right? So it's going to be about war, which is bellum in Latin. Yeah, dominus, which is like lord in Latin. Servus, slave in Latin. You only need to know those kind of words. They're not going to change a lot. Capio, be captured or to capture someone. It's not very hard, those texts. But the hard part about it is, like in Latin, you have to change the format quite a lot. Like for example, there's
You mean like the sentence structure?
yeah sentence structure.
Yeah.
The actual sentence structure is not very different to Korean structure.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right,
you know
right.
how it
Like subject,
yeah
verb.
object
No, subject, object, verb.
yeah subject object verb. But in English, it's subject verb object,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's subject object verb. They don't really care if you write it subject verb object. It doesn't really matter on the marks, but basically they have different conjugates.
Mhm.
If you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Do Mandarin have conjugates or not? Like different conjugations.
Yeah.
So they have like female verb, a female noun.
Wait. What's the conjugate?
Like they follow different rules basically in Latin. In Latin, they have four types of conjugates, and they have to follow different rules for different like types of sentences. So first of all, if it's used as a like nominative sense and stuff, it's a bit different. And if it's used on different people, it's a bit different. So if you say we do something,
Yeah.
it will be we, the verb, and different ending.
Oh, so
The ending changes basically.
depending on the subject.
Yeah, depending on the subject. It's very hard.
The Mandarin's pretty simple actually.
it?
Yeah. It's just mainly the characters that
Okay.
suck.
So basically, in Latin, you have to change the endings a lot, and that's pretty hard. I think that's the hardest part about it. If you're changing, like Latin to English doesn't really matter, but English to Latin, you have to know the endings very like well.
So how? Yeah.
So for example, if you say like, if you say master in a vocative sense, there's not much of vocative in English, is there really?
I'm not sure.
Like, for example, if you say master by calling someone, you have to say dominate instead of dominus.
Right.
Because it's an evocative.
Yeah.
That's very hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to like change it. If it's a verb, like subject form, basically, it's
pretty complicated.
Dominum instead of dominus.
It's like I'm not sure if Spanish does that. I think
Spanish probably does. Actually, French does that as well. I think.
Yeah.
I've done a bit of French. I can't remember very well, but I think French does. And actually, French is a bit easier because it has only feminine and masculine nouns. But in Latin, they have masculine, feminine, and neutral.
So yeah. So how useful would you say, like out of the languages you learn, like French, Russian, Latin, how useful are those right now?
Right now?
Yeah. Useless?
Maybe Latin is the most useful.
Useful, yeah.
Because French, I think it will be useful if I worked in like a French company, or maybe an international organization or something.
Yeah.
Russian would be useful in like, I guess, working in Russia, working with Russian people.
So I guess it's mainly useful in that if you have to relearn, it'll be easier.
Yeah, but Latin is basically, I guess, you could say mother of all Latin alphabet languages, including French, Spanish,
and word roots.
English, basically. So if you know some Latin words, it really helps to understand some hard English words in an exam, maybe. I think that's the best thing about Latin, and you can sound very posh if you know Latin. So do you know like all the coat of arms and stuff?
Yeah.
They all have Latin on them.
Yeah.
I can like go and say to someone, oh, this means this or this means that. Yeah. So I can sound really posh.
Yeah, like all the schools.
Yeah, all the schools like mottos and stuff.
No, I actually want to learn coding.
Coding. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the CAS project that we're doing currently, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, this was meant to be our CAS project.
Yep.
But
we changed it to normal CAS.
Yes.
Yeah. We started doing CAS project. It's joined up with
bot.
Yep. It's joined with a lot of people. We're basically working on the English version. The Korean versions are done by other people as well. and we put a bit of help, bit of idea in it, but we're mostly trying to improve it and like make it into one English version and
Yeah.
Korean version into one. So we're helping with translations and stuff.
We're also like contacting teachers and getting feedback.
Yep, and also if any one of you are watching it, please spread the word. Please use NLBot a lot.
No, loads of people are using it already.
But some people I think are still not using it. I don't know why.
Like,
look,
how do they not know about it yet?
so basically, how do you search the menu? Okay, go to NLBot, so ask him menu, and it comes out.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, right?
Really easy.
Yeah, it is really easy. Like 1, 2, 3. So please use it. And technically, I'm the interpreter and the publicity officer, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I have to advertise.
We didn't do anything yet to
Yep.
deserve that title.
Yeah, but we have to advertise this project. I don't.
This is our effort.
Yeah,
to
advertise this our cast project. So
horrible advertising.
yeah, horrible advertising skills, but we might do it the other way around as well, advertising our podcast on the. That would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could actually like call the creator of NLBot as a.
Especially as this podcast evolves.
Yep.
And becomes more presentable.
Yep. It's not very presentable at this stage, I think.
Yeah, but I think, like, doing some quick reflection right now,
Mhm.
we've already evolved quite a bit.
Evolved.
Like, if our episode 0
Yep.
was us, like, Australopithecus.
Australopithecus. Is it Homo erectus?
Yeah, I think, we're at the erectus
Or
stage.
habilis.
Yeah, coming along nicely.
Yeah, habilis. Okay, we will try to become Homo sapiens.
Mhm.
Like, if you know what we're saying, currently. I hope you do.
Horrible metaphor.
Yeah, we're not. He's meant to be good at a metaphor. He does English literature high level. I don't do English literature. Don't criticize me. Criticize him for like choosing horrible metaphors, horrible similes, horrible literary skills and
Our
stuff.
podcast is like it's like a
Like a cake.
like
It's
a
a
cake.
cake. How's it a cake?
It-
There's lots of different layers. You
Cake.
build onto it, and you have to cover it with icing. Okay, you have to. Yeah, you have to present it.
When
like
you said
that.
cake, the first thought that came to my mind was, it looks good, but it's bad for you.
It's bad for you. It looks good. Okay, we might actually do that for entertainment sometimes.
Cake?
No, I mean not cake. Some entertainment stuff, entertaining stuff on the podcast, right? Next week, how about we do some entertaining stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What kind of ideas do you have? Exciting.
I've got some. I want to.
Do you actually have ideas?
Yeah,
Like-
I really want to do this on podcasts, but I don't really know if it's suitable.
Tell us.
Has anyone seen Jiyoung play Players Unknown Battlegrounds?
No, they have.
Probably not.
Probably not, unless you're one of us.
Yeah, unless you're me or him.
Do you know this video? The people watching this video are more likely to have seen us play Battlegrounds than not.
Pretty much. But
Yeah.
basically, if you have seen him, if you haven't seen him, you have to see him playing it. It's the most hilarious thing ever. Basically, he screams all the time.
It's like I get so immersed that like if you were in that real situation where someone's shooting at you, you'd be screaming.
I know, but it's a game.
Yeah, but I'm like in that moment, so I'm like,
Oh.
stop shooting at me.
Yeah, basically, I think that might be good. I think that would be very entertaining for me, at least.
For you, at least.
Yep, and I think some people might like it. So
What about some challenges?
challenges, like you climbing up poles?
Um,
Like what?
It's not really a challenge. Maybe like, I don't know, what kind of challenges are there?
Ice bucket. I can't remember anything after ice bucket.
Ice bucket. I don't want to do anything that's gonna be like harming ourselves, like
Killing ourselves, basically. But
like swallowing a spoon of cinnamon. That's
Yeah.
like,
that's way too over the
That's
top,
not-
man.
yeah,
But,
that's not the type of entertainment we want.
but we might do something. Give me some ideas, anyone, if you're watching.
Yep. Put a comment down below.
Yep, and I think it's time to end our second session, right?
Yep.
Around 30 minutes.
So yeah, 30 minutes already.
Yeah, 30 minutes already, man.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we've done pretty good for today.
So should we like announce next week's topic or no?
No, we don't have a topic yet. You have to be truthful to our audience, man.
So
Yep. But
our topic will be surprise.
surprise, yes. It will be very surprising, and it will be very entertaining, unlike the last week's one or this week's one. It will be more entertainment rather than us talking.
Yep.
So I hope you subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and like our videos.
Leave a comment below.
Leave a comment below.
Share with your friends.
Yep, and share with your family and teachers and everyone.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you very much for watching.
See you next time.
See you next time, man. Thank you.